Hey, good morning everyone. In today's video, we're here in my mother-in-law's garden. As you can see back here, she has a few raised beds that I'm going to help her set up an irrigation system. All we're doing here is there's an existing sprinkler that we're going to be digging a small hole. We're going to tap into it, and from there we're going to set up drip irrigation. I'm going to get a better angle for all of you, and happy Memorial Weekend. I hope everyone's having a great time. All right, down here I'm going to give you a better angle. This is a sprinkler head that we have that we're just digging a hole around it. We're going to be putting our soil into a little pot, and we got a little mat so we can stay comfy as we're going to be here for a little while. Hey Cindy, you want to say hi? Cindy, you want to say hi? Lucy, come. And there's Lucy too. All right, let me go ahead and pull this sprinkler head off. All we're going to be doing is turning it counterclockwise to loosen up the head. Okay, so all we're going to be using here is a threaded 1/2 inch adapter that will be converting it into a regular 1/2 inch, where I'm going to be attaching a new addition from there that will convert it to PVC pipe. Let me go ahead and find that over here. Here we go. So what's going to end up happening, the sprinkler head is going to be threaded down, which will be converting it to this type of fitting, which is a 1/2 inch non-threading. From there, we're going to get a 1/2 inch PVC pipe, extending it back up, back to a male adapter. Why am I doing all of this? Because I'm using the materials I have available. From here, we're going to be able to convert this to a normal water irrigation system, which will be going over to a T. The T will raise 2 water lines, one going to the left, one going to the right, and from there we're going to go ahead and convert that to a 1/4 inch emitter using a 6-inch dripper. All right guys, let's go ahead and start off by adding this one first. So from here we're going to go ahead and remove this one, lefty loosey, attach the next attachment, and I'm going to use some pliers so I can make this a little bit tighter. I know a lot of people are against using pliers, but in the past I did not have too many success by not using any kind of pliers. Let me give you a better angle. Here we go. All right guys, so from here, we're just gonna let that water go out. And we're gonna be putting some of this PVC glue in here. At this point, I realized my PVC glue was dry and I had to go to a Home Depot run to pick up some additional materials. This happens, and I really want all of you guys to see that I'm not perfect and we're always learning. All right guys, so we went ahead and I put in that PVC going up, the elbow, and from here I found these really cool attachments, which is a 1/2 inch to a drip system. I'll see if I can put one on the description, and from there I'll be running it forward into a T, and from there I'm gonna go ahead and push it over, elbow, elbow, and we'll go from there. Cities, you want to say hi? Yeah, a lot of learning guys, so we'll see how this goes. Give me a minute and I'm gonna get you a better angle shortly. From here we're gonna go ahead and attach the PVC tubing. We're gonna do a 90-degree angle here, up, and the same thing for the opposite side. And once you're pretty content with the distance of the hose, you can go ahead and cut it. I'm using my gardening snippers. And we're going to repeat the same on the other side. There we go. And from here, we're going to grab an elbow, measure out the distance. All right, there goes one. All we're going to do is we're going to rise it up using the same 1/2 inch dripper with another elbow at the top. Okay, so now that we got both of them on, this is the view as of now. 2 pipes is just go slightly up and cut this pipe. Another 90-degree angle, so we can go ahead and have the water traveling the opposite direction to the right, and it will be mimicking the same on the left side. We're going to push the pipe down, get it as close as possible, and we're gonna cut this a little bit more. And that's it. This is the foundation that we're going to be utilizing. Let me get you a better angle, and we're going to continue. From here, we're going to go ahead and get the 1/2 inch hose running through the side of the bed. We're just going to go ahead and plug this in here, and we're going to run it all the way to the other side. Now, all we're going to be doing here is carefully measuring the hose as close as possible to the end of the bed. We're going to be using some garden snippers. You can see here, it doesn't take a lot of energy. I've even used a regular pair of scissors. Once you're pretty happy with the hose, we're going to be using this little 1/2 inch attachment that will bend the hose and allow water no longer to pass to the opposite side. It's a really easy design. All you have to do is insert it through the pipe on one end, fold it, and just kind of slide that little attachment towards the end, and that's it. You are done here. As you can see here, I'm pointing at the beds because I'll be drilling some holes using my drill bit. Now, I wasn't sure if too many of my audience is familiar with power tools, so in this video, I'll be teaching you how I'll be removing that prior attachment and using one of these drill bits. The first thing you want to do is get your zip tie, measure the width of it, making sure that it's a very similar distance. Once you're content, put your drill to the reverse section, and I like to just hand torque it off. As you saw initially in the video, I was struggling, so I actually switched it to the more powerful setting. Now that I've found the attachment I want, I put it into the righty-tighty on the drill attachment, and I'm using my hand to hold it, and there it is, it's in place. Now that we have our drill bit ready and attached, we're going to go ahead and bring the hose towards the raised bed. I'm just slightly hovering it behind the bed where I'm going to identify an area that I want to go ahead and put a zip tie. Once you have your drill ready, make sure it's going to the right, righty-tighty. It normally would be the trigger button on the right. Go ahead and use the drill, accelerate it as needed. Be careful not to lose a finger. And once you're getting closer, the drill is going to slide in. From there, all you need is your zip tie. Go ahead and insert your zip tie, assuming that you drill the hole that would be according to the tie that you want. I like to put my drip tubing towards the back of the bed, which would be the inside of the bed. It just makes things look a little bit more tidy. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten up that zip tie. Not completely done, but enough to hold it in place, and we are done for the first hole. Let's go ahead and continue. Here I'm showing you a different angle on the drip tubing towards the end. All I'm doing is extending the hose, getting my drill bit attachment, identifying the area. Be careful not to place your fingers towards the back of the bit that's going in. Now from here, we're going to rinse and repeat. Pull a zip tie out, insert it to the hole, and just safely secure the hosing as needed. Now, I'm not planning on showing you more of these drilling holes. I think you guys get the gist of it, but I want to make sure that you guys are aware. In my prior video, I did have a few people asking if I can show a bigger version of this. So here you guys see only using a few zip ties to hold it in place, and things are looking pretty good. This is not a professional job, this is a DIY job. Let's continue. Here's an angle on the opposite side of the bed. I'm going to categorize this as the left side of the bed. Here, all you're going to see me is creeping up to the back. I'm filming by myself. I don't have a helper today. I got my drill. I'm identifying a hole, and I wanted to show you guys this separate angle. That way you can kind of see a better perspective on how easy it is to drill this towards the back. There it is. The hole went in. We're going to go ahead and grab a zip tie, safely secure it. I like to do behind the bed. And as you can see here, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten up that zip tie to my best ability. We're being very gentle with these hoses as we don't want to cause any damage. And I'm going to show you the finished result. Now, finally, all we have to do next is go ahead and bring in our 1/4 inch tubing that has a 6-inch drip emitter. From here, we're going to go ahead and tap into the 1/2 inch hose that we have safely secured using zip ties that were drilled directly into the bed. On my left hand, I'm using one of Drip Depot's little hole punching tools that will allow you to pierce the 1/2 inch hose in order for you to extend and connect this 1/4 inch tubing using one of their couplings. So here we're going to go ahead and punch in a hole. As you can see, it was very effortless. In my hands, I'm using a little drip emitter tubing that I found on Amazon with all these various attachments. I apologize for the angle. I did not have anyone to help me today, but here we are on this beautiful Memorial Day, making the best out of it. As you can see here, I just safely secured it and punched it into the existing hole. Once I have identified the proper length, I use my snipping tools to cut the hose. Next, you're going to be using a little Goof plug from my prior video. Go ahead and punch it in. And that's it, guys. You're done. Go ahead and continue this process, and you have about another 20 more to go. We'll see you soon. Now, here you go, guys. This is the slight testing that I was doing earlier. I put my hand under the hose drip emitters. As you can see, we are having water going into every 6-inch distance that we have per plant. Typically, this is enough water for you to have a successful garden. As you can see here, I'm showcasing my mother-in-law's crops. We have some beautiful squash. You saw some peppers, tomatoes. We have some carrots. And so far, everything seems to be doing very well. In the background, you are seeing some of the sprinklers that are currently watering the grass. I do have a separate project, but I wanted to showcase so you guys can see the reason I'm doing gardening is we all have been learning, and look at these beautiful berries. Believe it or not, in 2019, my mother-in-law, myself, and my wife, we had, oh, there's a little snack for me. Sorry, guys. We had a lot of plants that we were trying to grow, and we did not have a lot of success. But look at this. These are the reasons why I want all of you to keep trying. There is no such thing as a green thumb. It's really learning by doing. If you guys like this video and you want to see more of this, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think of my mother-in-law's video. Thank you, everyone, and have a blessed day.